If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Target, Sephora, and even Expedia. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten, Rakuten.com.
Hi, it's Sarah. I'm the founder of Olive & June, and can I tell you the one thing that always makes my day better? A fresh manicure. But who has the time or the money to go to the salon every week? That's why we created the Olive & June Gel Mani System. It gives you that same mani that you get at a salon for so much less. It comes with everything you need, a pro-level lamp, salon-grade tools, our damage-free gel polish that lasts up to 21 days. All you do is prep, paint, cure, and you're good to go. And the best part, it's super easy and so affordable. Each mani breaks down to $2. So let's skip that $80 salon appointment and get the salon quality look at home for so much less and on your schedule. Head to oliveandjune.com/ManiMagic20 and use code ManiMagic20 for 20% off your first gel system. That's oliveandjune.com/ManiMagic20, code ManiMagic20 for 20% off your first gel mani system.
AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us, AFR. Presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Music. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Oh, by the way, it's a hump day. Live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
We got Kane over there.
Hump day.
We got Kane right here.
It's hump day.
And right here. We got three Canes in here.
What day is it, Mike?
Look at this, the breast cancer awareness plushie.
Hump day.
Get yours today at Raising Cane's.
It's hump day.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Shout out to my mom and my Aunt Karen.
Hump day.
Breast cancer survivors.
It's hump day.
And all the moms out there, and all the breast cancer survivors, and those who we lost, whose memories live on, and for great organizations doing things like Kane's doing to help raise funds for breast cancer awareness. Love it. Love it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Shout out.
Hump day.
Russ Mitchell's coming up here in a dozen minutes from right now.
It's hump day.
Dave Kaplan from ESPN 1000 in Chicago was here last hour.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
A lot of wheeze and hours.
Hump day.
They love their team.
It's hump day.
Kaplan's great. He's kidding. He's awesome. Appreciate his time.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Taylor Calandro was here in hour 1.
Hump day.
I don't know what we talked about.
It's hump day.
JT Gray's back in Sean Payton's roster.
Mike. What day is it,
What
Mike?
took so long?
Hump day.
We got a wide receiver suing the state of Ohio.
It's hump day.
We got a mock draft with Mansour Delane going 13th overall.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
We got auto locks coming up.
Hump day.
I mean, we got just so much today.
It's hump day.
So much.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
So much.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, Muse. What in the world? Oh, Paulie. Look at the clock. Look at this. Paulie, look at the clock.
I see it.
Yeah. Give it a good 45 minutes. All of a sudden, instead of hitting hump days, hitting the Georgia Bulldogs drop.
It's hump day.
Common mistake, right? Super common.
Very common.
Yeah, very,
Mike.
obviously.
What day is it, Mike?
The buttons are right next to each other.
Got it, sure.
Just a little
Makes
slip
sense.
can happen.
That makes sense. Yeah. When vision's a little blurry, you start hitting the wrong button.
No.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hump day.
Old Panama Red. All right, let's get going here. Got to get to Russ in 10 minutes from right now. Saints injury report is out, and thankfully, it's not very lengthy. A lot of the injuries that we had seen are no longer represented. So, look, Chase Young played this past week, but he was still on the injury report, right? There's no injury designation today for Chase Young. No injury designation for Trevor Penning. No injury designation for Dylan Raduns. He had been out with that toe. Muse, I guess he's no longer got a toe.
I'm happy for Dylan Raduns that he no longer has the toe because as we know, the toe is catastrophic.
Can be.
Can be.
Ask Joe Burrow.
Yeah, man. He might not play again this year.
Trevor Penning.
Penning
Had the toe.
He did. Then he passed it on to Dylan Raduns.
I didn't know that having a toe was contagious.
Very.
Clearly.
Yeah.
There are 5 players, however, listed on the injury report. Most notably is Alvin Kamara. Now, he's got an ankle, but we knew he had the ankle because he had the ankle last week, but he played despite the ankle. Right? Remember, so he got the ankle in practice last week. On Wednesday is when he got the ankle. And despite getting the ankle, he played. And now he didn't practice because he's got an ankle.
Yes, I mean that timeline tracks. He played in the game against the Patriots and now is back DNP with the ankle.
Which I'm good with.
Sure.
Mike D, practice is for the unskilled. I don't need Alvin Kamara at practice. If you just got to let him kick up his feet, let that swelling go down, ice it, treat it, get him ready to go on Sunday against the Bears. Good with that. Isaac Yiadom, again, a DNP. I have a feeling this hamstring might linger. Now, he's got a hamstring. I have a feeling this might be the most devastating hamstring in the history of hamstrings. Remember, for Isaac Yiadom, the Saints need to make sure what?
Just go.
Yeah, they need to make sure he doesn't play in more than 25% of the snaps. Yeah. Otherwise, they would potentially forfeit a compensatory 4th-round pick for losing Paulson Adebo in free agency. So the Saints are greatly incentivized to not play Isaac Yiadom, which begs the question, why did you even sign him? But whatever. So anyway, Isaac Yiadom, a DNP all last week, again, a DNP today. This might be the longest lingering hamstring in the history of him. He's got a hamstring. Now, I really do wonder, does he really have a hamstring? Or does he have a hamstring? Air quotes hamstring.
Yeah.
Now, I think you can get in trouble if you lie on the injury report.
Yeah.
Because that happened last week. Who got fined for lying on the injury report last week?
Oh, that was in college. That was USC for their game against Michigan.
I mean...
They had a guy listed as out, and then he played.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can't do that.
No.
Can't do that. That's against the rules. But I'm going to go ahead and guess here that Isaac Yiadom misses some time here with that hamstring.
Look, soft tissue injuries are tough, man.
Especially when you got a hamstring.
Yeah?
Not as tough as a toe.
No, nothing's as tough as a toe.
I mean, if you got a toe, you got problems. Chris Olave and Alontae Taylor were also on the injury report. They participated. They were just limited. Olave with a hip and Alontae Taylor with a knee. So Olave's got a hip. Taylor's got a knee. We got all this?
I think so. Let's see. Kamara's got an ankle.
Yep.
Yadam's got a hamstring.
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 Yep.
We said Alontae Taylor has a knee.
Yep.
And, oh, man, who was the other guy?
Oh, Muse.
Oh, yeah.
Paulie, short-term memory. It's evading him. I mean, it was
get this.
literally 30 seconds ago. Look at him typing. We can put him back on as he's typing. Look at him typing. Look at him typing. He's trying to find it.
I am.
Look at him trying to find it.
I'm going to find it, too. There we go. Oh, yes. Chris Olave's got a hip.
He does have a hip.
He has a hip.
Yeah.
How are his hands?
I don't believe he's got hands.
Okay.
Yeah. Clearly. You know, I was looking up the drop statistic. Olave's only got one drop this year. And I'm like, it actually tracks because I don't know that I've looked at many plays where he just had a clear drop. It's just that it's his inability to make a tough or contested catch that is the problem. It has been the problem for Chris Olave, which is why. No. Real quick, hit Ellen Moore.
Ellen Moore.
Number 6. He was asked about Kamara today.
That suggests you're suggesting it's a similar severity as last week. It didn't get worse.
No.
Was that Mike?
Yeah, it was Mike.
Are you suggesting severity is more than last week? Like it got worse? No. No. Just a big inhale. No. He gave him a double no.
Double no.
A double no.
That's how you know he means business.
Double no. Ellen Moore. So good. I mean, I want to play the one about Kamara's loyalty on the locker room and all that stuff. That's true. We kind of have to get to Russ. Play it. All right, here's let's see. This happened while we're on air. Muse was cutting this during the show. This is clearly before 420 he got this done. Or maybe maybe we just got it because it took way longer because of Muse's little habit over there. But so I've not heard this. I'm just curious if Ellen said anything.
Ellen Moore.
Notable. Let's hear it, Muse.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking from my experience with Alvin, Alvin's a phenomenal player, phenomenal person. He represents so much of what we want to be, and, he's represented this community really, really well. And so, we love having him here. We love having, I'm excited for his opportunities to keep growing this year. We'll keep getting opportunities. He deserves them. He's earned them. He's had a huge impact on this organization for a really long time, and we look forward to, him having that impact, moving forward for a while as well.
I want to hear Frank Caliendo do an Ellen Moore impression. That's what I want next.
Bro, that'd be so
That
good.
would be so good.
Man.
Let me hear you say nothing in any way.
We got to get Frank on that.
Without any sharp. He has no sharpness on his consonants. These are the types of things you notice when you listen to press conference audio every day of your life professionally.
Yeah, you pick up on a lot of things. Crutches that certain people have.
Our leg.
Our leg. Tremendous.
It's a good opportunity there, Muse, to hit the our leg drop, which you have right in front of you. I know. Hit it.
In our league.
That's why we got it. Look at DA. It's DA's week. He's back. Oh, we got to go to break because we got to get to Russ. We'll actually talk football stuff probably with Russ next. It's AFR.
AFR.
Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com, complete employer solutions. That's Glow Resources. Man, I love telling you about Glow Resources. By the way, might I recommend that if you reach out to Glow Resources or when you reach out to Glow Resources, go meet them at their office just so you can see how cool that place is. They're really fun to deal with, first of all, and they get results. Most companies don't even know what Glow Resources really offers until they try it. Glow Resources is a first resort, not a last resort, for quality and long-term effectiveness. So, if you are looking for C-level management or project managers, or you need to staff call centers, or if you need engineers, Glow has thousands of employees with a 93% retention rate. Check them out, y'all. GLO, glowresources.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires.
Russ!
Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football!
Rusty, come on up here.
Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
Just like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
All right, let's do it. At Russ Mitchell CFB. That's where you can find him on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, man, how are you?
Kicking tires, lighting fires.
Love that.
The whole hamstring, foot, toe thing is that's high comedy.
What do you mean? We're just going through the injury report.
Yeah, I know. It's by the way, what did you think about USC leaving a player off? No. Yeah, he's not going to play. Starting for the Trojans.
It wouldn't have mattered. I mean, they handled Michigan all right.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, what did you make of I think the biggest storyline this past weekend was Oklahoma-Texas. Yep. Texas, off the embarrassing loss in Florida, gets a big win, but Mateer was hurt. So what is your biggest takeaway on either side, OU or Texas, from that game?
It's just, children. It's trying to handicap children from week to week. They completely switched. Texas was clearly embarrassed in the Florida game. They came out and their defense played like we expected OU's defense to play, pressure, tackles for loss, pressure behind the line of scrimmage, forcing OU and Mateer to, turn the ball over 3 times and winning that turnover battle 3-0. That's the difference in your game. That's the game. Plus that 75-yard punt return by Niblett. But, just really impressed it. And also impressed by the Texas offensive line being able to keep Arch's jersey clean.
There's this ongoing conversation that everybody keeps asking. Well, who's the best team in the league? Is there? And I think it's pretty obvious, right? That there isn't like a clear. There's no like clear cut, obvious number one. And when you think you might know who that is, a lot of people thought it was Oklahoma. They go lose a game like that. Some are looking at Alabama right now. 3 impressive ranked wins in a row. They beat Missouri. My question for Bama, Russ, is 3 wins in a row, or 5 in a row, but 3 ranked SEC wins in a row. But none of them have been really overwhelming, dominant, consistent. I guess it leads me to think that they're like, and the loss to Florida State keeps looking worse and worse. Like, everybody's vulnerable.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the season, though. And Alabama, the one thing that they are doing really well, is that they come into games and things that you're expecting. Like, for example, going into that game with Missouri, they're ranked 13th in the conference in getting teams off the field on third down. And Missouri's ranked number 1, right? Missouri goes 1 for 11 on third down conversion. So Alabama stepping up, doing the things they have to do, getting crucial turnovers in games. And the other thing, even beyond Ty Simpson really turning into a pretty good quarterback, is Alabama's playing to win. I didn't have a problem with Eli going for the fake punt. I was really impressed with Alabama on, 3 times in the fourth quarter, going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals, going for it on fourth down, to win the game. And that's been very impressive.
Fake punt. Did you just go for it? Like, run the football. That was brutal, especially at that point in the game. Hey, Georgia-Auburn, all the controversy. Auburn got shut out in the second half. I mean, with like 20 yards of offense. How much do you look at this game about what happened at the end of the first half? How much of it is just like, hey, Auburn, you got shut out in the second half on your home field. Dork, shut up.
Yeah, that's all I care about. I've been covering this conference for 30-plus years, and I was trying to remember the last time Auburn only had 40 yards of offense in the second half. 40 yards on 23 plays. They had 40 yards of offense. I can't remember that ever happening. So, I mean, say what you want about the call, and I think he scored a touchdown, but, it doesn't matter. You got to shake that off and play football. And by the way, Georgia, and we'll talk about that in the next segment because they've got Ole Miss coming to town, but Georgia has looked very unimpressive so far this season. So it'll be interesting to see how that team goes going forward.
But you mentioned Ole Miss. They're fourth in the country because they're 6-0 and their record says they have to be. But they were a 34-point favorite over Washington State, and they have to escape at home against a crappy team without a conference? Like, I said it the whole week leading up, Russ, to the LSU game. Ole Miss is they're not a great team in any way, which makes it even more embarrassing that LSU went and lost that game the way they did.
Yes. And there are a few things that are consistent right now, right? Like Texas A&M's offensive line and LSU's inability to run the ball. I don't know how to interpret this Ole Miss performance. And not only that, Wazoo struggled on third downs. They went 2 for 10. It was 24-21, and Wazoo was 2 for 10 on third downs. It was a very sloppy performance by Ole Miss, obviously, and the turnovers in particular. They had really costly turnovers that keep points in the game, and I don't know if they were looking ahead to the Georgia game or what was going on, but it was ugly.
There's a report today that
like LSU.
There's a report today that Billy Napier is probably going to be fired after this week. Florida plays Mississippi State, then they go into their bye. Did you have a big takeaway that the Florida-Texas A&M game? Because I keep looking at A&M, and it feels like what we've seen from A&M a lot in recent years. They get off to the hot start, then the schedule gets tougher, and they falter. They have the dramatic win against Notre Dame. But other than that, they haven't really had an opportunity to be tested against a great team, but that's coming. What do you make of the Aggies?
Been really impressed with their defensive front seven, man. I mean, we talked about this last week and the week before. That's now 3 consecutive weeks against 3 SEC opponents, and you can say what you want.
Auburn,
you can
Mississippi
say
State, Florida.
Auburn, and Florida.
But it is.
But 2 of 33 on third down conversions. They've only allowed 2 conversions on third down on 33 attempts. I mean, that's hard to do that with your little brother in the backyard, man. I mean, that is an amazing statistic. And the offensive line was dominant in that game against Florida. 0 sacks. They were able to push the ball forward. 183 yards rushing against that Florida team. Then we saw they played against Texas the week before. Moss is out too. They were running with Reuben Owens. So really impressed with the offensive line and the defensive line.
So that's actually provides a really good transition point, which I want to talk about when we come back, which is A&M now going to Arkansas because Bobby Petrino's Arkansas offense showed up in a big way against Tennessee and scared the Vols. So let's grab a break. We'll pick up and we'll start with that game and we'll run through the rest of them. I'll get your thoughts on LSU, South Carolina, and we'll look ahead to the Vanderbilt game as well. Stay with us here. Russ is with us. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Baton Rouge, Renaissance Baton Rouge. It's the Watermark downtown, the Renaissance Southtown, which is right there on Bluebonnet. 13,000 square feet of meeting space at Renaissance Baton Rouge. So no matter what type of event you're trying to host, Renaissance Baton Rouge can accommodate. Allison Crump, who's the events coordinator at both Renaissance and Watermark, she always says we're in the business of saying yes. So no matter what the event is you're trying to host, they can manipulate their space to host it. If it's a fundraiser, I told you last Thursday I was at Renaissance Baton Rouge for a fundraiser in their grand ballroom. The whole thing catered, the portable bars set up throughout, the stage set up, everything that you need. If you need a wedding reception, an awards banquet, a boardroom for a dozen people, Renaissance Baton Rouge can accommodate whatever event that you have. So find out more today. It's the Watermark Downtown and the Renaissance Southtown right there on Bluebonnet. It's Watermark and Renaissance Baton Rouge.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Remember, lowest prices, never any contracts. Always appreciate Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. You've considered hormone replacement therapy, or you just don't know anything about it. Simple blood draw can let you know if you're a candidate for hormone replacement therapy. Change the way you feel. yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Visiting with Russ Mitchell. Good enough to hang out with us every single Wednesday. Talk about the SEC weekend that was. We look ahead as well. Yes, donning his parish construction and roofing hat as he shoves it into the camp. Did he freeze? There he is. He's good. He kind of froze up there for a second. Yes, parish construction and roofing hat. Hey, so we went to break and we were talking about Texas A&M and how they look impressive, and they do. This feels like a tricky spot going on the road at Arkansas, who darn near slipped up and beat Tennessee on Rocky Top. Remember, Russ, this is the game that forever was played at Jerry World. This is now in Fayetteville. You think maybe you got a live dog there with Arkansas at home rising up to give old Bobby P a signature win?
Nope.
Okay.
This is, I think there's a couple games where you wonder if the team was looking ahead. Like, was Tennessee playing, were they distracted looking ahead to going on the road to Alabama in that game against Arkansas? Was Ole Miss distracted about going on the road to Georgia? Look, this is an Arkansas defense that's dead last in the SEC in rushing yards allowed, and here comes that big offensive line for A&M that's going to want to run the ball. We already talked about in the last segment their defense is elite, holding offenses to only 2 conversions in their last 3 games, 2 of 33 on third down. So, just control Taylor and Green, get them off the field on third down, and don't turn the ball over. And they should use, what's the spread in this game?
7.5.
8, 9, 10.
7.5. Can you hear me? I know he froze up there for a second. I think we got some latency. Why don't you pot him down. And see if you can talk to him offline. We got a little disconnect there. So we'll see if we can reconnect. I don't know what was happening there, but we'll see if we can reconnect, because I do want to get to the rest of this weekend slate with Russ. So we'll see if we can reconnect there with Russ. Mitchell's hanging out with us here. So Russ likes A&M to win comfortably at Arkansas. Oh, man, it's a tricky spot there. Remember, A&M's got back-to-back road conference games coming up on the slate right now. So he froze or he's good? Okay. All right, no worries. We'll see if we can reconnect there with Russ. Good opportunity to remind you about Evermore, EVAMOR, Evermore.com. Drink Evermore. Delicious, refreshing hydration. That's Evermore. It is natural artesian water, and it's a Louisiana product. Could not recommend highly enough, first of all, that you get tap water out of your life forever and drink spring water. It's a healthier alternative. This is natural artesian water from these ancient underground aquifers, Mother Nature's masterpiece, and it's a Louisiana product. I mean, the well is on the North Shore. The facility, the bottling facility, is built around the well. When you turn into their facility, you'll see the well right there. They pipe it out. The only thing that's filtered out is just the sediment from the ground. It goes right in the bottle. You're drinking a truly natural product. Grab a bottle of water. See how many different bottles of water say, some things added for flavor or whatever the case may be. Evermore is just a natural product. EVAMOR, Evermore.com. Evermore.com. Drink Evermore.
Sending him a new link. We're sending him a new link real quick. Paul's doing that right now.
Okay, so you want me to just hang until he comes back?
Yeah, it looks like he just joined again.
Okay, great.
So I mean, we should be ready to go.
All right. Let's see if all right, we're good to go. All right, we got Russ back. All right, so you like A&M to beat Arkansas. The other game that you had sort of floated there was similar to Ole Miss going to Georgia, maybe like that look-ahead spot last week. Georgia in this one is more than a touchdown favorite at home, which I think speaks volumes about what the odd makers really think about Ole Miss. What do you think about Ole Miss going to Athens?
Yeah, I think this is the craziest spread in the weekend. This isn't your father's Georgia defense. In SEC play, this Georgia defense is dead last in holding opponents, getting opponents off the field. The dead last in third down conversion rate for opponents. So I'm a little bit startled by this. The one thing they can do is they can stop teams in the red zone. So if you're watching this, it's a bend but not break. That's what you're watching when you're watching this game is, can Georgia's defense hold the Ole Miss out of the end zone? If they can, they've got a chance. Otherwise, I think this is the craziest spread of the weekend.
Okay. Who do you like? Who do you like to win? Pot him down and call him. Please just get rid of the link. Call him on his cell. We'll finish up the segment. I don't want to make our audience wait anymore for that. Apologies. I don't know why. Our video connection has worked great with Russ for a long time. It was just something going on today. No biggie. But we'll give him a call on the cell and we'll pipe him through. We'll get through the rest of them because I do want to get his thoughts on LSU, the game against South Carolina this past week, and his thoughts on LSU going up to Nashville as a 2.5-point underdog at Vanderbilt. I don't want to run out of time. I want to make sure we get to that, and I want to get Russ's thoughts as well on third Saturday in October with Tennessee, Alabama. One thing that's very common this week in the league is you have a lot of big spreads this week across the conference. All right, I appreciate you for being patient with us, Russ. Sorry, we're just having some latency issues there with the connection. Let's see if we can move so we can get through these. I wanted to ask third Saturday in October, Tennessee at Alabama. You kind of mentioned the look ahead for Tennessee. Now they go on the road to Tuscaloosa. What are we watching with the Vols at the Tide?
Tennessee was outgained by Arkansas in total yards in that game. That's a red flag if you're down to Tuscaloosa. And right now Tennessee's defense is ranked dead last in the conference in pass defense. Alabama's near the top of the conference in pass offense. So that's what you're watching. You're watching Ty in this game. Can he throw the ball as well as he did against Missouri? By the way, Alabama, only one fumble and one interception so far halfway through the season for the whole year.
That's crazy. Ty Simpson's been great. With all the new at quarterback coming into the league this year, the guys that have sort of established Mateer when he was healthy, Ty Simpson has objectively been so good this year. Hey, there's a couple of other games on the docket that are just kind of like Missouri's at Auburn. You got Texas at Kentucky. Oklahoma's at South Carolina. Any of those whet your appetite for one reason or another? I mean, it's road favorites, right? It's Oklahoma as a favorite at South Carolina. It's Texas as a favorite at Kentucky. It's Missouri as a favorite at Auburn. So road favorites are interesting. Any of those catch your eye?
Well, I think Mike Shula as offensive coordinator at South Carolina has been a bit of a disappointment. So, I think a lot of folks are keeping an eye on that and Oklahoma's defense. And then against Auburn, you're wondering how Auburn's going to bounce back from that game. Will Missouri's offense, return to being good on third down? They really struggled against Alabama. And Texas has to protect Arch Manning. They have to do exactly what they did. I want to see 2 games in a row where they protect Arch.
You surprised to see Florida as a 9.5-point favorite over Mississippi State?
Yes. By the way, this, I'm not a big gambler. That. But what's the spread in this game?
9.5.
Oh my God! If you haven't been watching state football, then I forgive you. Unless you're getting paid, you're not watching Mississippi State. But they have a balanced offense. They've got almost as many rushing yards as passing yards, so they're difficult to game plan against. Florida, by the way, twice as many passing yards as rushing yards. Turnover margins, State is near the top of the conference. They protect the ball. Florida's not, which every LSU fan knows. And Florida's dead last in converting on third downs. They can't stay on the field. They're a 10-point favorite. A double-digit favorite. I mean, I think State could easily control this game and not even give Florida the chance to score that many points.
Does
Wouldn't surprise me if State wins.
Does State go to a bowl? They're 4-2. Are there 2 more wins out there for State? They play at Florida, Texas, at Arkansas, Georgia, at Mizzou, Ole Miss.
I mean, I have them winning Arkansas. They'd need an upset in one of the other ones. But, yeah, I mean, I see, especially if there's some injuries for other teams along the way, I wouldn't count them out of a playoff game right now. I've been reasonably impressed with them.
Yeah. I mean, considering what the expectation was, they've already hit their season win total. I mean, I think it was 3. I think it was 2.5 or 3.5. They've already hit the over. So, a remarkable job there. Okay, let's talk about LSU. Takeaway from the South Carolina win?
Sloppy. I mean, really sloppy. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, only 200 yards. Nussmeier hasn't thrown for 300 yards in a game yet. Lost the ball twice in the goal line. And, say what you will about 166 yards rushing, which is the season high. If you were watching that game thinking to yourself, boy, it feels like we can only get 2.5 yards a game, it's because absent those 3 big runs, it was 27 carries for 66 yards. It's 2.4 yards per carry. And you can, even with those 3 big runs, LSU is still dead last in the conference in long running plays of 10-plus yards. So after the game, I still have no confidence at all in this team's ability to exert its influence at the line of scrimmage on offense. It's a C offense with an A- defense.
By the way, they had 6 carries of more than 15 yards in the game against South Carolina.
And still dead last.
Well, for sure, because it's a season-long average. But you can't take away the big plays. And a lot of times those big plays happen because of your consistency. So, I will push back and say we'll take away the big run because you can't take away the big run. It happened.
Where South Carolina's run defense ranks in the conference right now?
At the bottom.
Near the bottom.
Yeah.
You know where Vandy's run defense runs
at the top?
Right
They're
now?
top 20 nationally. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think LSU Vandy?
Is Vandy still favored in this game?
2.5.
Vandy hasn't been favored against a ranked team since 30 years before Moose was born, for crying out loud. That's how bad LSU's offense is right now. Because I know none of y'all can believe that Vandy's going to beat you, but Pavia believes he's going to beat you, and that's who you're playing. You're not playing your daddy's Vandy. You're playing Pavia's Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, LSU's rushing offense is dead last in the SEC. Dead last. The Commodores are going to force LSU to be one-dimensional in this game, and it's not even that exciting one-dimensional. Like I said, Nussmeier hasn't even thrown for 300 yards in a game this season. Plus, if you believe in the betting, right, which I know you do, and you like to talk about it on your show.
Yeah.
According to Sports Illustrated, in the last 7 road games, LSU is 2-5 against the spread.
Boom. How many of those games were at Vanderbilt?
I'll make you a bet.
Okay. I thought you didn't bet on children.
Vandy. Well, I'm betting on Vandy.
Okay.
Vandy's going to beat LSU straight up. You and me.
Okay.
Whoever loses pays for dinner at Supper Club.
Oh, that's a deal. Of course, I'll take that. I mean, I'll go to Supper Club either way. That'd be amazing.
I know.
But okay. So and when I win, I get to order any booze.
You can order whatever you want, baby.
Any booze I want.
I'm going to win, man. So trust me, this is not a problem.
I just want it on the record.
Unless you find the rushing offense on the way to Nashville.
I just want it on the record.
They're going to make you one-dimensional. It's on the record.
Garrett Nussmeier will throw for over 300 yards in this game.
Well, good. It'll be the first time this year.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's
he's been keeping it. He's been keeping it all hidden. They've been saving it just for this game.
I don't think they've been saving it for this game.
Yeah. You guys.
I think you can explain.
Optimistic.
Well, I think you can explain early what they were doing offensively. And Brian Kelly even said there were times that they chose not to go it on 4th down whenever the metrics said they should, and they were playing defense because they could rely on their defense. A year ago, they had to throw because their defense stunk, and they had to pile up yardage. They were winning games the way they needed to, and they went to Ole Miss and they choked against a bad team. I do think the offense should go. I'll take a bet. I'll take a bet.
Could not put up 300 yards against South Carolina at home.
They put up 420 yards against South Carolina.
Passing.
I don't. They threw for 270. That's okay. I'd rather balance, Russ. I'd rather run it 30 times and throw it 33. I would rather a balanced offense. And look, they choked in the red zone. They turned 3 red zone turnovers. Okay, that's fixable. Red zone turnovers are fixable. What's not fixable is
just get your checkbook ready. Just get your checkbook.
Nobody
ready.
writes checks anymore, Russ.
I write checks.
Put that on his intro from now on. I write checks. Okay, so we got a bet. You're taking Vanderbilt. You're taking Vanderbilt straight up, and I get LSU. And loser is buying dinner at. So when are you coming in town to buy my dinner?
I don't know. Next time I'm in town.
Oh God.
We'll bring the wives. I'll be in town for a game either this year or next year.
Okay. Come in town for the A&M game.
I'm going to the LSU Bama game, but of course that's Tuscaloosa.
Why would you do that?
It's a long story. We'll talk about it as we get closer.
All right, Russ Mitchell, dinner at Supper Club. I can't wait to play this back next week. Win or lose either way, it's going to be great either way. So.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Later.
All right, that's Russ Mitchell, dinner at Supper Club. He's right in that I can't wrap my brain around LSU losing to Vanderbilt. Certainly could happen. I mean, Vandy beat Alabama in Nashville last year. It's 11 a.m. Pavia is a good player, all that stuff. We'll talk much more about this game as in predictions and stuff as we get closer to break down the matchups. But LSU is a dramatically more talented roster. Now, they were also a dramatically more talented roster than Ole Miss, and they lost on the road. So they got to play a hell of a lot better. I'm not denying that. But he's right. I cannot wrap my brain around the thought of LSU losing to Vanderbilt. Because if LSU loses to Vanderbilt, this season is over, Jack. Because you got to stockpile more losses coming, and then you have some real hard conversations to have about what really are you doing as a program. If you had your senior quarterback back and you went and invested in this roster, and you get a second loss hung on you at this point, he better be wrong. I'll tell you that much. All right, it's after further review. Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Final break. Outer Locks next. AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Darren James and Associates, brokered by LPT Realty. That's Listing Power Tools. LPT Realty. I'm telling you, you want the best realtor in Baton Rouge, in the state of Louisiana, you want Darren James. It's not my opinion. I mean, it is my opinion, but it's also objective truth. Darren James on the Wall Street Journal Real Trends list of the top 1% of realtors in America. When you look at the transaction numbers, there is no realtor in the state of Louisiana that closes more sales than Darren James. Nobody. So if you need to sell your home and get to the closing table, you need Darren James. And if you're thinking of selling your home, first you got to know how much your home is worth. Like, how much can you sell it for? Great idea. Go to agent225.com, agent225.com. Do it right now. Get your phone out. Agent225.com. There's the home value tab. Type in your address. Boom. It'll give you an accurate price in seconds. Agent225.com.
Think real estate. Think Darren James.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. One thing left to do, find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, what up?
What's up, Matt?
No good on the baseball, but won the early college football bets. How about that? You were asking us to tread lightly, and the degenerates in college football took care of business on Tuesday.
Yeah, a couple of winners. All three dogs actually covered. 2 of the 3 won outright money line, and the third, should have won. New Mexico State that was a tough luck loser. Liberty, again, struggling to score, and one touchdown on special teams, another one set up a 10-yard drive on special teams. So the dogs were barking last night. We got two more of these group of 5 games, and the Delaware Blue Huns, one of our contributors, Chris Macero, a few weeks back, took Delaware minus the points, and it was right after the Rams fumbled inside the 1-yard line. Well, Delaware the very next night fumbled at the 1-yard line and lost at the end by 3. We're going to chase the Blue Hens tonight and take Delaware minus the points at Jacksonville State.
All right. You got a baseball pick as well?
Yes, Seattle Mariners, Kirby and Bieber, but, this isn't the Shane Bieber that was, rocking and rolling, Cy Young Award winner back when the Guardians were the Indians. And so he's had an injury-plagued season this year. Seattle did everything they could. Listen, this is a team that beat Schuylkill twice in that 5-game series. They beat them 4 times this season. They are just fine facing Toronto's pitching right now. Kirby's been really good. I think Seattle takes care of business and takes a commanding 3-0 lead tonight. Lay the small juice in that one.
All right. Mariners on the money line and the Delaware Blue Hens laying 3. Where are you tomorrow?
Man, they got a cool fall outdoor concert series at Perkins Row on Thursday evening called Rock and Roll.
Love that.
We'll be at Bin 77 on the patio. Getting you ready for the concert
1 minute
series
remaining.
Tomorrow.
Great spot. All right. Catch Otter and Andy tomorrow, 11 to 1. Thanks, Otter.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, man. Same to you. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. In the market for a new vehicle, might be in the market for a new vehicle. Say it all the time. Just put Volkswagen on your list. So much of the Volkswagen brand is built around having fun. Exudes that when you go to South Point Volkswagen. They're going to work a great deal and they got the best inventory. Remember, if it's on the lot, it's online at southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned. Check their entire inventory online. Work out your financing online. Do it all online at southpointvw.com. Then go see them at South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? All right, y'all, we're getting out of here. You missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Breck Golf. Muse, Paulie, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. Muse will be here tomorrow at 3 because I'm wheels up to Nashville.
After further review.
As we get on down the road, got to remind you about Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Go to Rouse's.com because there they have the weekly ad, so you can get all of the weekly specials at Rouse's.com. Download the Rouse's app. That's important because remember, you can get the curbside pickup option on the Rouse's app. Go to the Rouse's app, select your items. Your personal shopper will bring the items out to your car when you pull into the designated space. Spend $35. That service is totally free. Saves you time, saves you money, saves you the aggravation. It's Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Hey, both the Tigers and the Saints are on the road this week, so maybe you're having that home game watch party Saturday or Sunday. Rouse's can help you cover that spread, the tailgate spread, all throughout the year. Need some meat for the grill, your party platters, your tailgate trays. They got you covered for everything and all your beverages, adult and otherwise. Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home.